old orbit is steady. Now orbiting Kadara.
Hey, Ryder. Watch out for those crates. Fragile stuff.
I swear I didn't bump into anything.
Oh, I know. Just in case you wanted to take a seat or something.
You think I'd break stuff if I sat down? What are you saying about my weight?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me, Ryder. Ryder.
I'm guessing even you weren't around for the Rachni Wars.
Before my time, but you could still see the aftermath when I was young. Ruined cities devoured from below, smoke still pouring out of old nests, centuries after my people burned them out, and the bleached skulls of Rachni queens in the dust.
Wow.
We learned a lot from the Rachni, nearly learned how to go extinct.
Let's do this! I think that's it.
Where did you fight in the Krogan rebellions?
Hard to believe with my youthful good looks, I know.
No one came out of that war looking good.
Just the Asari, they tend to keep their hands clean.
Clear!
Hello, Ryder.
Need a hand?
Here's the site. Well, if it isn't the Pathfinder, welcome to Outpost Ditaeon. Christmas State of Mining Company 7, at your service.
Christmas. That a nickname?
Afraid not. My old lady, Holiday Tate, had a sense of humor.
It's certainly a conversation starter. Things going well?
No one's been shot in the back, which is more than I expected.
You don't think Sloane will hold up her end of the deal?
She wasn't exactly reliable as head of Nexus security, was she? But I can't complain. Her people have kept the outpost safe, and trade is booming.
As long as credits are flowing, people are happy.
For all our complexity, we're simple creatures.
Anything else to report?
Well, there's this cult.
A cult? Seriously?
They're harmless, but the thing they worship, that's what worries me. Some kind of massive machine. They call it Old Skinner. Could be nothing, but their leader, Bishop, went to pay tribute and hasn't come back.
I'll check it out. Better safe than sorry.
Appreciate it.
You look like you've been around the block.
That's one way of saying I'm old.
That wasn't...
Hey, at 61, I've come to terms with my age. I'm the oldest of the outpost leaders, but I'm also the toughest. I didn't come to Andromeda to die. The opposite, actually.
Ditaeon. Interesting name. Does it mean something?
It's an inside joke among the company. Ditaeon is a temp name we pitched for our outpost block. It's actually an acronym. It stands for Deploy in the Ass End of Nowhere.
Exiles giving you any trouble?
We've actually taken a few on, of the non-outcast and collective variety. The uprising was ugly business. A lot of normal people got caught up in it. Glad we can provide a second chance.
You said you're with Mining Company 7?
Best damn ezo miners on Mars, until the ground dried up.
Putting your skills to use on Kadara?
You made the water potable, but there's still plenty of sulfur in the bedrock. The director wants to use the stuff to make fertilizer. Carter can tell you more. Just, don't sneak up on her.
Thanks for the update, Christmas.
Anytime.
This is it. I ordered 3 crates. And I only see 2.
Huh. Look at that. Must be a shortage.
Hey, you're Vetra's boss.
How do you know Vetra? You one of her contacts?
You could say that. I used to work the stock rooms on the Nexus. Let her know I set aside those regulators she wanted. Would have sent them earlier, but got busy with the move.
Were you there during the uprising?
Oh, I was there. Barricaded myself inside one of the stock rooms. Total chaos.
Must be strange seeing the exiles again.
Tan took the out-of-sight, out-of-mind approach. But that's never worked, in my experience.
So, you're the requisitions officer.
That's my official title, yeah. But I take care of any odd jobs that pop up. Scrubbing, cooking, whatever I can do to help.
That's nice of you.
Keeps me busy. I used to work the drill back on Mars until I messed up my hand. I was lucky I didn't lose it, but the nerves never healed right.
Do you have everything you need?
We've got the necessities, but Sloane's keeping us on a tight leash. Outcasts check every shipment going in and out. As if the charlatan would be hiding in one of our crates.
See you around, Drew.
Keep fighting the good fight, Pathfinder. I should see the other guy?
He got a few punches in.
I can see that.
Dr. Nakamoto, what are you doing here?
When I heard the outpost needed a physician, I offered my services. Least I could do after you retrieved my formula. And the setup's a sight better than a shipping container.
I don't know. The free clinic was charming in its own way.
Ha. Rust isn't charming. It's tetanus.
How are your patients doing? Any serious injuries?
Much as I hate to say it, Sloane's done a good job of protecting this place. Only minor injuries from people being clumsy. And, of course, a lot of aspirin for hangovers.
What about your old clinic?
I moved my patients here. With Christmas's permission, of course. And spread the word that my door is still open, just in a different location. A small gesture, but it's done wonders for the initiative's reputation.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Pathfinder.
Good thing we had the doctor. Oh, too alkaline. Wait. Don't come any closer.
Okay.
False alarm. Thought there might be some acid splash.
I avoid acid splashes at all costs.
Good call. It's terrible for the skin. Nessie Carter, Science Officer for Outpost Ditaeon. You must be the Pathfinder.
Were you also a part of Mining Company 7?
Yes. Well, no, I wasn't a miner, but I worked with Christmas and the others. They're my family.
You came to Helios to be with them?
I know it's silly, since I'll outlive them. Statistically speaking, anyway. But I just couldn't let them go on such an adventure without me.
What are you working on?
A hyperpotent phosphate fertilizer using Kadara's natural abundance of sulfuric acid.
Hyper potent. That's good, right?
Absolutely. My work will be essential in providing nutrients for gardens across Helios. When we have gardens, which we will, because of you.
See you around, Carter.
Yep, bye, Pathfinder.
Ryder.
The Pathfinder's here. Pathfinder. Ryder. You coming for a drink with us later?
You know I can't step away from this composition analysis.
Let me rephrase that. You're coming for a drink with us later. Riff, Pathfinder's making the rounds. If you can step away from your rock collection for...
They're drill core samples. Not a rock. Oh, he's here. Pathfinder. Name's Riff. Mining engineer for Outpost Ditaeon.
Relax, I'm not going to judge anyone for collecting rocks.
They're drill core. Never mind.
What do you think of Kadara?
Mineral-wise, she's a gold mine. Carter is already putting Kadara's resources to practical use.
What about people-wise?
Sloane was scary on the Nexus. Now, she's plain terrifying. I'll stick to my rocks.
What exactly does a mining engineer do?
Oh, we're involved in every step of the mining process. Christmas is a good guy, a good miner, but he needs me to help decide where to drill. And when to stop.
Good chatting with you, Riff.
Anytime, Pathfinder.
Got an empty heat sink, Harper?
What for?
Plugging a hole in my armor, wind's whistling through my nethers.
Here. And I don't ever want it back.
All right. Keep an eye out for anything that might be connected to the poisoning guard.
Great One, turn your gaze upon me. Accept this tribute. Reshape the world in your... Wait! Great One, wait!
What an idiot.
Let's report back to Christmas.
Harper, you work too hard.
At least I get paid.
It's an architect!
Legs are weak. gate's open.
There, on its legs. Bolstering all shields.
Made friends.
Go for the legs. That for sure.
After it.
There, on its legs. Heads open. Now's our chance. It's making reinforcements. There, on its legs. Felt that for sure.
After it.
Forget the armor. Target the legs.
friends. Over the legs. That worked. Interface, we'll cover you. Nice work.
Drac said he wants to talk to you.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Hey, can I see you in the med bay?
Hey, Jal. Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
Whatever gets you through.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
Who doesn't like a personalized poem?
Great. Maybe I could just recite it for her.
Make sure I'm there for that.
Liam seems to like my Rofjin. I might sew him one.
He does.
Do Krogan like knives? I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drak.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Jal, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and skilled to you, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
I feel like that a lot.
Good to know. Yes, thanks for sharing that.
Just be yourself.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to keep up.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
You're one of us now, Jal.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Pathfinder, more of your outposts need help, if you have time. Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers. Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
We caught up to them. They attacked without warning. Might have been Roekaar. We fought them off and recovered what was left of the satellites.
I'm so sorry, Pathfinder. And ashamed. This is not who we are. Please accept my apologies. I hope you can look past this.
Your government needs to do something about Kadara.
Sometimes I wish the Ket would wipe that world clean. I'll file a report with our leaders. Perhaps it's time the Resistance got involved. We'll rebuild the satellites and return them to space. I'll keep you updated with our latest charts.
Thank you, Mariko.
No, Pathfinder. Thank you.
Pathfinder, I studied the Angaran astronomer's data transfer. His files begin before the satellites. The Initiative will benefit tremendously from this.
And all I had to do was lie to him. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder? Someday we'll have a city like this.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
Signed on to the initiative. I thought I'd be building these.
Effa should have come to me.
Shh, Uxul, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Uxul, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara, but one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Uxul... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
I found the device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate that Ket flagship's nav point.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
When you put it like that, it doesn't sound so impossible.
Don't make light. You're venturing to a place of horrors you cannot imagine. No one has attempted anything like this before. For all our sakes, you must succeed. Now it's my turn. Thank you for freeing Ven to Ref at Kadara. I'm told you saved him from execution.
I know you wanted to question him. Did you learn anything?
Enough to understand his motives. He lost his way. But I have hopes he'll find it again. Ephra wanted to punish him. I suggested Ven help tend Aya's gardens. He spent too long surrounded by death. He needs to reconnect with life.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imaginable. Then I got home and saw my backlog. A Valek comes in every so often asking if I have a second. At this rate, I'll never catch up. To answer your question, I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
Are you originally from Aya, or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshae.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshae. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshae, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshae has its uses.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Vetra was looking for you.
You wanted to talk?
Ryder, I need your help with something.
Okay, out with it. You've clearly got something on your mind.
One of our botanists' heart called up in a panic. A colony transport has been stolen.
It's a transport. Can't you just replace it?
It's not the transport. It's what's on it. Our seed vault. One of a kind. Without that vault, things get complicated. Krogan children need the nutrients in those plants to survive. Even one clutch of babies hatch before we get the stuff synthesized. The effects would be permanent.
So what do you need from me?
I'm gonna find those thieves and get the vault back. Be nice to have you along.
Aren't the transports protected by passcodes? And how do you steal anything from a Krogan?
First thing Hark checked. Looks like some old authorization codes weren't erased. He was working in the transport and stepped out for 2 seconds. The thieves walked right in and flew off.
Of course I'm in. Whatever you need.
I knew I could count on you. Hark's waiting for us at the colony on Eladon. He's tracking down the transport beacon. He'll have the location ready for us on arrival.
Good. We'll find the transport track. Don't worry.
I'll hold you to that, Ryder. Hey. Thanks. I owe you one.
I'm not worried. You're good for it.
In the escape pod room, as usual. Pathfinder, the trap you set in the cargo bay, we got a blip. I think something's in there.
Hi there. You must be the one eating all our cereal. No poison glands or claws, nothing on scans. You're probably only a risk to leftovers. You're the most adorable critter I've met in Andromeda so far. I should find you somewhere safer than our cargo bay. How about a nice warm cage in my quarters, and all the cereal you can eat? Guess everybody around here needs a home. Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Tracking a remnant architect.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon.
Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. What can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the three sabers.
Oh, shit.
Well, that reaction tells me all I need to know.
Look, I just didn't think anyone would find out about it, okay? It's something that ought to be left alone. We made a mistake.
Explain.
The new outposts, our supply routes, they needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
It could have worked. Mercenaries and privateers have existed throughout history.
That was the hope. Cochrane and I served together. I thought I could trust him and the crew. I became their commander. I armed them. I shared access to Prodromos' operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
I've dealt with the Three Sabers. They won't be a problem.
Damn. They're gone then. Shit. Cochrane. He was a good man. Once. Addison will be pleased at least. One loose end tied up.
This goes all the way up to Addison?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. Doesn't even matter anymore. The Three Sabers are gone. Just let this blow over. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
Ryder.
Pathfinder? Jarkett, Tervian. I understand I was pulled from Cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Ket on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Hello, Pathfinder. This exaltation is a horrible truth for the Angara to live with. I pray we don't have to do the same.
See you later.
Be well. Come back again.
Already getting requests from the Prodromos labs.
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
I came a long way to hear that.
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical buildup in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
I mean Roekaar. That's why I called you instead of raising the alarm. An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react? That's what the Roekaar want. I'm nobody's fool.
EOS has been through enough. We'll put a stop to whatever this is.
I knew you would. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
At least it's cooler in here.
I think that's Ket tech. Stay alert.
Can't wait to see what the Initiative makes of this planet.
Black Rock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. Eos still feels frontier. Claimed, but not tamed, we like to say.
Reminds me of that poem, Lone and Level Sands.
Almost at Black Rock Tand.
Ryder, there is no doubt it's a Roekaar signal.
Understood. Eyes open. Bradley was right. Roekaar on site.
Monitoring. They'll hold some in reserve.
Good to know.
Y'all, are we clear?
You're clear. Still reading Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
Be careful. I doubt this was about piracy.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
A Roekaar strategy, Ryder. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Black Rock was a Roekaar scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come back.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
This is third. We've lost the first and second.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
If they want to attack an outpost, we'll use their beacon and let them. Then finish the job.
The comm array at Site 2 is still intact. You could broadcast from there.
Everyone get that? Roekaar welcoming party at Site 2.
What was with that fight back there?
It's called flanking.
Your shields were drained.
They're shields. Get hit, they drain. That's what they're for.
Risky. Irresponsible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lecture on responsibility from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just keep your judgment to yourself, unless you want the same.
Run any music during combat?
Ezo Core Revival.
Oh, may as well drop guitars down an escalator.
So? Classical Turian is like rifling through a toolbox.
Well, that's just good music.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
Wonder if there's anything hidden away back here.
We've got targets!
Heads up, looks like a Ket construct. Sam, you have a location for this Roekaar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axul waiting.
Till the end.
Nav point marked for Roekaar signal upload.
Be ready. It'll draw them right to you.
We know this place. They don't.
They can't have it.
Starting Roekaar signal upload.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold until they're on the ground.
I can wait for this.
Loading ammo!
I see outlaws!
Heard the attack on Resilience was bad, but damn.
Initiative's not military. They weren't prepared for it. Ventra's injured!
This site is a decoy. Rally at these coordinates.
They're onto us. Where are they going?
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in.
Axel's not going to be happy about that.
Promise, here we come.
Axel! The Pathfinder is coming! Motherless! Everyone prepared to defend!
Sounds like they're losing their support. Got them all.
today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
We should take a look at those Kep machines.
Seems less harsh than when we first landed. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Scourge Remnant, don't let it touch you.
Got 'em all.
Pathfinder?
The Roekaar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jarl. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
I just want to say, I'm sorry. You're colonists. Explorers. We came here to live, not fight. This shouldn't have happened. And I'm sorry it got this far. I'm sorry.
So, when do we get back to work?
No apology asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
Ascent is go.